Hello and welcome to the Wrestling Group. I'm your host for this video, Matt, and today we are going to be doing my top 5 fantasy people that John Cena could face at his final match. So remember to like this video, comment below, and subscribe to be notified when we upload more. So we need to talk about obviously Cena's farewell tour. His opponents, I feel like, have been good options. Um, the only issue was, I feel like, half of his run back hasn't been great because we had, obviously his heel run, and it was not really that good when it comes to the matches part. His promos I really enjoyed. It was good, but the actual matches, because he had to portray a heel. I hadn't done a heel work in such a long time. It just didn't really come off as very believable, and it really wasn't working. But as soon as he flicked the switch and went back to face, as soon as he had that match with Cody Rhodes, it just went back to being like great matches again. I don't think he's had a bad match since, to be honest. All his matches have been brilliant. Um, so I don't see why it's not going to carry on. He's given it his all in these matches now because it's his final few. Um, and obviously we've got this one at Crown Jewel, and I feel like that's going to be a really another good one between him and AJ. Another one to just add to the farewell tour. But we've got to look at maybe, it's coming to the end, and I feel like we need to talk about who it could be that he faces finally. Um, um, it's more of a fantasy booking for myself. Like, these are people that I'd love for him to face. So we're gonna jump into it, and I feel like a good one to add to his farewell tour that could possibly be is Roman Reigns. Obviously, they've had matches in a rivalry before in the past, and they had two matches already. One when he was a heel, and one when Roman was a heel and champ, and the other one was when he was as Roman Reigns, the big dog. I think it was at No Mercy, maybe 2016. I could be wrong. It's a big guess. 2017 maybe. But they had a one-on-one match. The pay per view could be wrong as well, but we'll we'll figure that out. um, but yeah, Roman Reigns, I feel like would be a good option. As I say, they've had a rivalry in the past. They had good matches as well. So why not? If you're talking about having good matches with people, that's one person that you would have a good match with, especially to end on as well. Um, who would you have go over though? It'd probably be Roman, because obviously it'd be like the ultimate passion of the torch, like, you know. But at the same time, Roman's also part time, so is it really a passion of the torch to him? Because everyone's all about, like, it's Seth's time and stuff like that. Like, it's everyone talks about Roman, but Seth is a really big part of the company too as well. Like, he's there, and he is a WWE lifer, I think, 100%. Um, right, and then next, so that was we'll go that with number 5, and then number 4 we have Rob Van Dam. So these have had a rivalry in the past. Obviously Rob Van Dam took the WWE title off John Cena. This would be a good surprise thing. Even like they could do it as like they didn't tell John Cena who he was facing and no one knew until that's what would make it a bit bigger. I think if like just no one did anything and it was a surprise, and it just faced off. Obviously, he came out, his music played, and everyone would go crazy for it. I feel like if it was announced, I don't think it'd be as big. So if they did that, maybe save that for like a Raw or something. But yeah, Rob Van Dam. I mean, they had a good rivalry. They had a good match. They've had good matches, should I say? Sorry, because they've had multiple matches against each other. Yeah, why not? Why not Rob Van Dam? He's one of the coolest wrestlers ever. And he's one of my all time favourite wrestlers. One of the fucking greatest theme songs I think of all time as well. Easily like top five. I love his theme song, it's brilliant. Um, Maybe that's another video I should do next. Well, that wouldn't be a very long video, would it? That'd have to be a short. I think I'd do that as a short video, like top five entrance themes. Right, so well, that's another video. So we're getting off topic now. um, but yeah, Rob Van Dam, I think, would be another good pick, another good option. It would be a surprise. And yeah. And then number three, we have Edge. So why not bring Edge in for a one-time match? You know, it's John Cena versus Edge. Like it's one of the all. It's like one of John Cena's all-time rivals. Obviously, it's not gonna happen. They did their little thing to each other, like Edge did his five knuckle shuffle in the AA, and then Cena did the spear, the setting up for the spear, and then hit him with it. So they've kind of like give each other a little nod anyway, as like a goodbye kind of thing. So I don't see but this is fantasy booking. So Edge, bring him in for one more match against John Cena. Edge versus Cena would be fucking brilliant for his last match. Um, I'm all for it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be all for it. It'd be a perfect ending as well, 100%. There's been many people that have retired against the wrong person. Kurt Angle, for example, against Baron Corbin. Obviously, they'd have gave him Cena the year after if he had waited, but Kurt wanted to go that year, so he had to work Corbin, unfortunately. Um, but there's just other people that just have retired against the wrong person, and we just don't want Cena to do that. So this is what this fancy booking top five is. Hopefully, one of the WWE higher ups here, and like, oh, we'll take his advice and we'll do one of these people. Probably not, but we'll move on. And then number two, we have Batista. As I say, it is a fancy booking, but you know what? Batista versus Cena. They've had great matches in the past, as when Batista was a heel. And even when he was a face, they had that one-on-one against each other, I think, once, when they were both face at SummerSlam 2008, possibly. I think Cena got injured in the match at that point because Batista hit him with caught him with a Batista bomb mid-air. And yeah, it was a good match, but they had great matches as when Batista was a heel and was WWE champion and stuff like that as well. Um, I always forget about Batista's WWE title run because it was never that long, but it was like it was. I don't think it was heel run was that long either. To be fair though, I think he wasn't in WWE that much long after that. But yeah, Batista versus Cena be an absolute great match for this last one. Um, Imagine just hearing the fireworks and Batista song is another one that is probably in my top five all time wrestlers theme songs. Absolute brilliant, and if you don't agree with me, go listen to it and then come back to me. But yeah, Batista versus Cena, great. I think that would be a good send off again. And then number one, we have someone he's never faced off against before, the ring general Gunther. Um, Gunther versus Cena makes sense to me. I feel like this is probably going to be his last opponent. Like literally, not just fantasy booking wise. Obviously, there's a lot of talks around it. I've heard something that they might be doing a tournament to see who's facing John Cena in his final match. But yeah, I feel like Gunther is probably maybe the best option. Yeah, he's definitely the best person to face off against Cena. Um, did have a great match, and I'd have Gunther go over. That's how I'd do it. And I hope to God damn that they do not cut Cena's speech like they did with Goldberg's. If they do that, there's going to be a massive uprising about that. It's going to be terrible. Unless maybe he does make one more appearance like the following night on Raw and then does his farewell speech there, which I wouldn't mind. It's fine. Like, he's still going, but yeah, I wouldn't mind then because he'll have more time, I guess, as well to actually speak. Because Saturday Night Live, it's a YouTube one, isn't it? So it's well, it's not a YouTube one, it's a Peacock one, but it's on YouTube streamed as well for people in the UK. Right, guys, yeah. So that is my top five wrestlers. Remember to comment below on who you would want Cena to face, and subscribe to be notified when we upload more. Thank you guys for listening.